Hi and welcome back. In this video we're looking at raising errors in Python. In the last lecture I showed you the syntax real quickly, but we're just going to go over it again in this video and give you a couple examples so that you know in which scenarios you should be raising errors. And also I'm going to introduce a new piece of Python syntax that I think is pretty cool. So let's right click our project that I've just created in PyCharm and create a new Python file. And again I'm going to call it app.py. This is a pretty popular name for your first or your most important file in Python that you're going to run. So you can right click it and run it. Normally this file will be called app.py or run.py. It's just a name for your main most important file. Let's say we have a code that is for a garage and it stores cars and you can add cars to it. So let's define a class garage that has an init method and it defines self.cars to be equal to an empty list. By the way, notice how in an attempt to reduce any indentation or tab errors, I have told PyCharm to show me any hidden characters or invisible characters. You've got these small, tiny dots that you can barely see without being in a video. You can certainly not see them very well on video, but you've also got these lines here. So you've got these dots that are very small. I'm going to zoom in the video just so you can see it. And you've got this line here. The line tells you where an indentation level begins, or where it is maintained. The dots show you the spaces. So you know these are not tabs, they're spaces. Okay, so if we were to add another line here, notice how now we've got a three line long gray line here that tells us that the indentation is maintained for all of this. Okay, so this garage has an init method. It has a len method, and that returns len of self.cars. And also it's got an add car method that takes in a car that we're going to add as an argument. However, we've not yet had the chance of working on this too much, so what we're going to do is we're going to print this method is a work in progress. This is obviously not the right way to go about it, as you know now. But then let's say that we are using this garage, so we're going to say Ford garage is garage, and then Ford.addCar, Fiesta, and then we want to print the len of Ford. Now, this method here is going to print out something out of the screen. But if we were not really paying attention, if we were, for example, saving this thing here to a file or to a database, we may not realize that this is printing something out. We would just see that this is 0 every time. Let's run our app. And as you can see here, it says this method is a work in progress, first of all, and then it just says 0. No matter how many cars we add, all we're going to see is this method is a work in progress over and over again. And if we were saving this length to a database or to a file or somewhere, it would always be 0. If you run it, then you may wonder, hey, what's going on here? And then you're going to have to actually run the program manually, like so in PyCharm, to see the printouts. And then you'd see, okay, this